Steve here from Plants with Steve. Today, I'm letting the forest tell me where I need to sleep tonight. So just coming out and taking a walk through the woods here and came upon this leaning tree. There's a whole bunch of trees leaning in the same direction. So that tells me that there was a wind event, some sort of storm, something that came through the area. The tree looks pretty old, so it probably happened years ago. Let's see if we can turn this into a little shelter. Okay, now that I've got some of the big branches cut off here, I'm going to see if I can shovel out the bottom, see what we got underneath here for ground. Looks like I've got mostly leaf debris under here, which is better than rocks. Okay, now let's see if we can round up some evergreen branches to put down on the bottom here to use that just to insulate and get a little bit of height off of the ground. Ground obviously is frozen, very cold, got a lot of snow. We want to have some elevation under there for comfort. Bunch of evergreens. Good idea to put evergreens underneath if you're going to be spending any length of time, whether you're just resting or if you're going to try to spend the night. It's a natural insulator. Also soft, helps retain heat and also helps deflect the heat away from your body. A lot of spruce here. Looks like native red spruce. Red spruce likes to grow in full sun conditions. So a lot of the hardwoods that are coming back are little, small caliper, which is the diameter of the trunk. So they're immature trees. Mixed in here we have obviously some of these bigger ones that were skipped by the logging crews. These little evergreens are taking advantage of the sunlight that is now available to them due to the thinning and the logging exercises. You see that a lot in New England forests. Over the course of our history here in New England, it's been cleared for different agricultural purposes many times. So as you can see, I'm cutting off some branches to use for the bedding material in the structure, but I'm not cutting it all the way down to the ground. I don't want these plants to die. I'm giving them basically a pruning so that new growth will form on these branches this year. When you're coming out into the woods, the biggest thing that you want to observe is leave no trace. You want these forests to be natural and wild. You don't want to affect ecosystems because of your presence. So if you're just having fun out in the woods, you don't want to cause any damage. I just realized while we were cutting these spruce, I just came upon these are called galls, and this is a spruce gall, and that's formed by an adelgid, which is an insect. Pretty prevalent anywhere. You see they affect the new growth. These are the tips of the branches. So the adelgid go in, they burrow holes into the new growth, lay eggs, suck out sap, and then new adelgids will winter over in these clusters, and then they'll continue the life cycle. So you see it in colonies of spruce trees where they grow closely together. Should have done this at the beginning. I don't want any snow falling on me as I'm hanging out in here. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to create a little bit of a structure on the backside here. I'm going to leave the downhill side open so I can have more space to climb in and out if needed. So what I'm going to essentially do is create a one-sided wall just to keep wind, any snowfall that might come overnight, animals, things like that. If this was to be a survival situation, You want to try to enclose yourself as much as you can. Luckily for me, there isn't too much going on out here in terms of weather. I don't have any rain or snow or wind to deal with, but you might, you never know. So this is a good suggestion for the future if you need it. All right, now that I've got the bare bones of the wall on that uphill side done, I'm going to use some of these evergreen branches from this Canadian hemlock, Tsuga canadensis. I'm going to use this in between the sticks to try to create a little bit more of a wind barrier. And if there is any errant snowfall, it won't fall into the structure directly. Again, pruning, not killing. All right, guys, thank you very much for coming and joining me on this adventure. I'm going to hang out here in this cool fort that I just built for a little while. Maybe make a fire later, don't know. But this is a good technique for you to use if you need to. If you need to get out of the weather real quick, using only materials that you found around you, not harming any plant material, just enjoying the woods. So hope you had fun, and I'll see you on the next one.